In the Gita, the God himself is telling Arjun to take refuge in that Supreme God, and for his attainment, advising him to go to those saints who are Tattvadarshi. Similarly, Allah is telling Hazrat Muhammad that there is some other complete God, and to attain him, look for those saints who are Tattvadarshi. Who is that Lord? To unravel all these mystical secrets, must listen the nectar words of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, based on the holy scriptures of all religions.
Come, let us reveal to you a secret of unparalleled, reliable, and true scriptures.
We perform devotion, but we neither get happiness nor we get God. Let us tell you the reason behind it.
Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, they are eternal. They neither die nor they take birth. They are the creators of this universe. They never get destroyed. They are the nurturer of this universe. In reality, God is formless. If you want to experience happiness in your life, then observe Ekadashi fast, the 11th day. Perform Shraads, yearly rituals for the dead ancestors, those who are distressed in this life. It is the result of their bad deeds in previous births. Even God has to suffer the result of their previous deeds. So then, what is the stature of a common man? If you want to attain God, then sing with us. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hail Sherawali Mata! Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe!
Radhe Radhe.
Devotees, if you have any doubts or questions, then ask without hesitation.
Mahatma Ji, why are you misleading these naive people?
Wicked girl! How dare you say that? What proof do you have that I am misleading the public, huh? I think she is anti-Hindu. Come on, sit down.
Listen. It is only because of this type of thinking these fake gurus have misled us. I am a Hindu too, and I believe Hinduism is great. In fact, hypocrisy not only prevails in Hinduism, but it is on heights in Islam and other religions as well. But in shield of Hinduism, these fake gurus are following arbitrary paths and are giving wrong spiritual knowledge. This is the reason why devotees are not getting those benefits which Mirabai got, Dhruv Prahlad got, and Nanak Ji got. I am not opposing anyone. I have read our scriptures. I also have some questions. But disappointingly, in our society, if anyone tries to know about our religion, our scriptures, our God, then innocent devotees like you start thinking that he is heretic. But today the truth which I am going to tell, you might never have heard of it.
Girl, don't try to be oversmart. What proofs do you have? Why are you not telling us?
Mahatma Ji, have some patience and listen. You only said Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are eternal. They never die. They are the creators of the universe. I listened to a spiritual discourse of Saint Rampal Ji on TV. From there I got to know. Do you know what he said? Wait, let me tell you. It's written in Srimad Devi Bhagavad Puran. It's in Skand 3, Chapter 5, page number 123, that I, Vishnu, Brahma and Shankar are present because of your grace. We take birth, Avirbhav, and die, Tirobhav. We are not immortal. In Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, Skand 3, Chapter 4, page number 10, verse 42, it's written that, O Mother, Brahma, Shiva, and I take birth because of you. We are not immortal.
This is Srimad Devi Bhagavad Puran. Sachitra Mota type Hindi, printed by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Most of the God-loving Hindus would have it in their homes. This is Srimad Devi Bhagavad Puran, Sachitra Mota type Hindi. Printer Hanuman Prasad Podar, Chimanlal Goswami. Printed by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. On page number 123, Skand 3. Concise Devi Bhagavad. You are pure. This entire universe is here because of you. I, Vishnu, Brahma and Shankar are present because of your grace. We take birth and die means we are in cycle of life and death. Only you are immortal. You are the only, you are eternal and creator of the universe. You are Prakriti and Sanatani goddess. Now in these few lines, it is clear that Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh take birth and die.
Now tell us, Mahatma Ji, what answers do you have? You only said that God is formless.
Yes, so what's wrong in that? God is formless. It's written in our Vedas and other holy scriptures.
Mahatma Ji, you are lying. Nowhere in scriptures is it written that God is formless. Let me tell you what's written in our scriptures, which I got to know from the spiritual discourses of Saint Rampal Ji Maharaj.
Rigveda Mandal number 9, Sukt number 82 will clear the whole concept. In Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 82, Mantra number 1, it is clearly written that God, who is the creator of everything, Sarv Utpadak Prabhu, who has created everything in 6 days and sat on his throne on the 7th day, effulgent facilitator of good qualities and liberator from bad deeds. This is Sanskrit, Rajev. It means like a king. On page number 269, now see page number 270. God is seen like king. He is sitting on a throne. He has a crown on his head. He is present everywhere on earth and around other loks too. He meets pure and good souls who are spiritual, unshakable devotees. How? Just as lightning falls on the places of its conductors, why does he come? What is his motive of coming here? O God, you come to great people with a motive to give true spiritual knowledge. You descend on earth. You come here like a very fast moving article in our spiritual ceremonies. You are Kabir Dev, that Allahu Akbar. You are pure. O God, please diminish our bad deeds and give us happiness. Hence proved.
It's written in Shastras, Yajurved chapter 5, mantras 1, 6 and 8. Yajurved chapter 1, mantra 15. Yajurved chapter 7, mantra 39. Rigveda Mandal 1, Sukt 31, mantra 17. Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 86, Mantras 26 and 27. Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 82. Mantras 1 to 3. It is written that God is in form. And this is what Holy Quran Shareef and Holy Bible proves.
This is Bible, Full Life Study Bible, Managing Editor, David Stewart, English Principal Editor, Donald C. Stamp, MA, MDiv, Group Editor. Genesis means creation. It starts from here. At first, God created the sky and earth. This was day 1. Likewise, day 2 completed. God created light. Dusk and dawn occurred. Then day 3 completed. God created fruits, trees, seeds, etc. Dusk and dawn occurred. Then day 4 completed. Now look here on page number 5. That was page number 4. Dusk and dawn occurred. Then day 5 completed. Now on 6th day, this is the real thing. Then God said, I will make humans just like myself. They will have authority over the fishes of the ocean, birds in the sky, and all creatures on land. That means humans will be intelligent than the rest of them. God created humans like His own appearance and made them man and woman. Then how does God look? That means God looks like humans. This is understood. Holy Bible proved that God looks like humans and He created humans like Himself and made them as man and woman. Now let's show you Holy Quran Shareef. Shastriya Arbi Paddhati, Paranagari script, translator Nand Kumar Avasthi. Sherwani edition. Where is it published from? It's written that this book is pure, it has no point of doubt. Sherwani edition, publisher Lucknow Book House, Mausam Bagh, Sitapur Road, Lucknow. We'll read from here. Suratul Furqani 25, page 607, Ayat 59. Please look here. Suratul Furqani 25. The one who created land and skies and all that in between them in 6 days and then sat on His holy throne, both the holy books have together proved that God is in form, human-like.
O Mahatma, you have also lied that happiness and salvation could be attained by doing yearly ceremonies for the dead, Shraads, and observing fasts. Whereas I have read in Saint Rampal Ji's spiritual discourse that in Gita chapter 9, Shlok 25, it's written that those who worship ancestors, Pitras, will go to ancestors, Pitras. Those who worship ghosts, Pindan, will become ghosts. In Gita chapter 6, verse 16, it is written, Arjun, this devotion yoga will never be successful for one who either eats a lot or doesn't eat at all, that is, keeps fast. Neither who remains awake or sleeps a lot, or of the one who worships by sitting at one place. Gita chapter 16, verse 23 and 24 state that the devotee who does not follow the path directed in scriptures and worships arbitrarily, they neither attain happiness, nor divine power, nor they attain salvation.
Now, rituals such as Shraads, etc. are prohibited in Vedas and in Gita Ji as well. The 25th verse of 9th chapter in Gita explains that the worshippers who worship ghosts will become ghosts. See here, this is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, published from Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Its translator is Jayadayal Goenka. This is chapter number 9, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Verse number 25. Those who worship deities will go to deities. Those who worship ancestors will go to ancestors. Those who worship ghosts will go to ghosts. And those who worship me will come to me. In Gita Ji chapter number 16, verse number 23, it is said, O Arjun, whoever deviates from the scriptures and worships arbitrarily, that is, the way of worship which is not written in the holy scriptures, the method of worship and devotion, and they worship on that basis, they do not get any benefit. Now see Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, verse number 23. It states that the devotee who does not follow the path directed in scriptures and arbitrarily does devotion, they neither attain happiness nor divine power, nor they get salvation. In 24th verse of chapter 16, it is said, with this for you, what is obligatory or non-obligatory, that which devotion should be done and which should not be done, scriptures are the proof. Do not believe in someone's folklore, fables. Knowing this, only those rituals should be performed that are in accordance with the scriptures. Meaning, do not perform any other religious practices, only chant the mantra, what is written in Gita, and only do that much actions. Now, where did the Shraad originate from? Now, let's show you a glimpse what is written in the Puranas. This is Markandeya Puran. There was a sage named Ruchi. He read and understood Vedas, read that human life is given only to attain salvation. He was a knowledgeable soul. That is why he did not marry, remained a bachelor. Now he was 40 years old and lived in the forest. He did not even own any house too, did not even put a hut, thinking that to attain salvation, why collect unnecessarily since life is short? As that sage Ruchi was performing devotion as prescribed in the Vedas, and his father, grandfather, great-grandfather, fourth grandfather, who were dead, they became ghosts. They were also sages, and he was also a sage, a Brahmin. They also had done these rituals and made others do it. They had to become ghosts. They appeared and said, son, why did you not get married? After getting married, if you had done our Shraads, then we would have attained salvation. Now sage Ruchi said, O father, in the Vedas it is forbidden. It is a way of fools to perform Shraad and rituals. And those ghosts also said that, son, this is true. There's no doubt about it. It is not false. It is truth. But what will happen to us? Now you go to hell. What will happen to you? They died. And now they are getting ready to kill their son. Look at this, the Markandeya Puran. It is published from Gita Press, Gorakhpur. It is published from Gita Press, Gorakhpur. This is page number 242. Concise Markandeya Puran. Origin of Rochemuni. Markandeya Ji says that Brahman, long ago Prajapati Ruchi, was living without any temptations and ego. He did not fear anyone. He used to sleep very little. He neither set fire nor made a house for himself. He used to eat once and live without any home. Seeing him living free from all attachments and temptations, his ancestors said, see here, all those four ghosts have come. See here, he is Ruchi sage. All these were earlier Pandits. Now they have become ghosts. They worship ghosts. Now they have become ghosts. Now they all appear together in front of sage Ruchi. Pitra said, son, marriage is the work of a good deed due to the purpose of heaven and the degeneracy. These are the words of these ancestors. These are the words of these ancestors who are giving their advice. Now see, why did you not do that? The householder attains the realm in the loks by worshipping all the deities, ancestors, sages and guests. He dedicates their part to the deities, From the word swaha to the ancestors by word swadha and with food donation to the hosts and guests, etc. Son, we believe that if you do not get married, you will have to suffer hardships in this life and you will have to suffer misery even after death and in other births as well. Ruchi said, Father, marriage is a reason for a lot of suffering and sin. It is the reason for decline of a being. Considering this, I did not marry. Now, look here. Ancestor said, Son, it is advisable to clean the soul by becoming a stoic, but the path you are following is the path of liberation. See this, they are considering the liberation path bad. That what you are doing, the path you are following, this is the path of liberation. Now we will tell you the way of becoming the ghost. See, Ruchi asked, O Father, in the Vedas, the path of action has been called avidya. What you are advising, the Shraads, rituals worshipping the ancestors, it is foolishness. Then why are you making me follow that path? Pitras said, it is true that karma is ignorance only. There is no doubt about it. Then what's left? It is written in our Purans. Now, the deceased ancestors also believe that this sadhana which you are doing is the path of liberation. And then they are advising him to do ghost worship, shraad and get married. And this is the path to hell. And you will believe that the path you are pursuing is the path of salvation. And sage Rishi says in Vedas, it is written that the ghost worship and shraad is the path of ignorance and idiots. And the Pitras are also accepting that yes, it is true. There is no falsehood in this. They still are talking nonsense that you must do this. The ancestors do this. Pitras do such things and such things. They bless you with the sun. They have made us fools. Once upon a time, God Kabir Ji went to Ganga Ghat in Kashi. A ghat by the river Ganga was made there. There the Brahmins were taking water from the Ganga and offering it to the sun by pointing it towards it and poured it again in Ganga itself. Kabir Sahib entered the Ganga knee deep in water and started throwing water off the Gangas on the track with full speed. Now all those Pandits left their work and started looking towards Kabir Sahib and asked, O Kabir, what are you doing? Kabir Ji said, when I did not ask you what you are doing, why are you asking me? First tell me what you are doing. We are offering and sending water to our ancestors in heaven. We are pouring water here by chanting a mantra facing the sun. Our hungry, thirsty ancestors will get water in the heaven. On this, God Kabir Ji said, I have planted a garden in front of my hut and I am watering that garden, and again started doing this work. So they started saying, Hey innocent person, how water will go so far? It is here only. The garden that you have put in front of your hut is small. How will it be irrigated? Replied that millions of kilometers away, miles away, if your ancestors can get this water in heaven, then what will be the problem in 2 kilometers? It shattered their misconception, for which Pandits accepted their mistake and took refuge of God Kabir.
What's going on? What's going on with this girl? Someone please stop her. This girl is right. This girl is absolutely right. We won't stop her. You are fooling us.
You crossed the limit when you said God doesn't remove sins of a devotee, and one has to bear the result of past deeds, no matter how much devotion one does. All this is a lie. Do you know what our scriptures certify? Let me tell you that I got to know from Saint Rampal Ji's preachings. Rigveda Mandal 10, Sukta 161, Mantras 2 and 5, Sukta 162, Mantra 5, Sukta 163, Mantras 1 to 3, it's written that God can do whatever He wants. He can cure any disease. or remove any suffering. And if someone is about to die, then he can provide 100 years of age to that person.
Pious souls, those who say that the sorrows written in destiny have to be suffered, it is the punishment of past sins. And then they say, take God's mantra, chant it, perform devotion, then you will be happy in the future. Now if someone has a thorn in his foot and the thorn gets deeply broken inside it, and he does not know himself about the thorn, he does not know why the pain is happening. Or even if he knows that he has a thorn inside his foot, when he goes to someone and he says that the reason for your pain is the thorn in your foot, and the thorn cannot come out, it will be like that. Wear shoes and no thorn will prick your foot in the future. So pious souls, the shoe cannot be worn on a foot on which the thorn has pricked. Shoe could be worn only if the thorn gets pulled out from the foot, and then advise him to always wear the shoe, otherwise the thorn will pierce again.
Masa gate na til badhe, vidna likhe jo lekh, sacha satguru met kar upar mare mekh.
Kabir, God can also extend lifespan of his devotee if someone's age has completed, and in my spiritual lifetime there are so many examples of those whose age was increased by the Supreme God, provided that they remained in the boundaries and were sincerely devoted to God. Pious souls, Vedas also testify that the complete God increases the age of his devotees. And now let us show you the proof in Vedas. Rigveda Mandal 9 and 10 have been compiled together. Where is it published from? Publishers are the Sarvadeshik Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, Maharishi Dayanand Bhavan, Ramlila Maidan, New Delhi. These are their phones and fax numbers. Printer is Prince Offset Printers, 15 by 10 Patodi House, Daryaganj, New Delhi. Now they have tried to manipulate a little bit here. This translator has tried to deceive us. See here, Rigveda Mandal number 10, Sukt 161, Mantra number 2. If a patient has almost lost all his life energy or has reached a point of no U-turn, if that patient has reached his end time, even then that patient can be. Now look here, the translator started manipulating the text because he is affected by Dayanand's thoughts, as Maharishi Dayanand ji believed that God cannot do anything. He wrote doctor here. In the original Sanskrit, in the original interpretation, there is no such mentioning of doctor. This is not a medicinal book. It is about laws and glories of God. And doctor should not have been written here. He has tried to manipulate because of his ignorance. He read Hindi as we did not know Sanskrit. This is how these ignorant fools have destroyed our spiritual knowledge. Here, to that patient, I, the doctor, he wrote doctor, readers will think that I would be written about some doctor. Doctor would do if he knows good medicine. No. I can get you rid of the clutches of deadly disease. It is God's glory, not of the doctor. And to live up to 100 autumns, that is, I can give 100 years of age. Now, see this. He is the same translator, Mandal number 9, Sukt 80 and Mantra number 2. Here he forgot Dayanand's theory. Look here, Mandal number 9, Sukt 80, and this is the second mantra. Now see, O God, you increase the age of your devotees, your followers. Here he forgot to write doctor. Now see, Vedas will prove that God also destroys most heinous deeds. See this. It has been translated by Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati. Publisher is Sarvadeshik Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, 2/5 Maharishi Dayanand Bhavan, Ramlila Maidan, New Delhi. Yajurved Arya Bhasha Bhashya, it has been translated by Dayanand Saraswati, printers Prince Offset Printers, 1510 Pataudi House, Ramlila Maidan, Daryaganj, New Delhi. Now see, Yajurved chapter number 8, verse number 13 will clarify this. Chapter 8 on page number 241. Chapter 8, verse 13. What is written here? Dev kartasya ainasya eve janamasi. Manushya kartasya ainasya eve janamasi. Pitra kartasya ainasya eve janamasi. Atam kritasya ainasya eve janam asi. Ainasya ainasya. Ainasya means most heinous sinful deeds. That means even the most sinful deeds would be destroyed. Now let's show you on page number 242, translated by them. O friend, you are very kind. Here he used the word friend instead of God because he knew whosoever will read Vedas would completely trust me. And if I will write friend here, then he would think it is written about friend instead of God, so the reader will not focus on it. You destroy the sins of the giver, charity doer. Ainasya means sins. Eve janamasi means destroyer of. Manushya kartasya ainasya means sins of a common man. Eve janam means destroyer. Pitra kritasya ainasya means sins of father. This is wrongly written as opposing. Eve janam, you are destroyer of all of them. Atam kritasya ainasya, the sins done by us. Ainasya means sins of fault, they are same. Ainasya means sins or fault, they are both the same. Ainasya means sins or fault. Destroyer, eve janam means destroyer. Eve janam means destroyer. Ainasya means most heinous sinful deeds. Eve janam means destroyer. If I knowingly or unknowingly commit any sins or about to commit any sins, you are destroyer of all of those sins or faults. Ainasya means sins or faults. Eve janam means destroyer.
And Mahatma Ji, you don't even know who complete God is.
Oh, really, girl? So why don't you tell us who is complete God?
Complete God. Complete God is the one who is creator of this universe. The Almighty's name is Kabir. Let me prove you, which I got to know from the spiritual discourses of Saint Rampal Ji. Proof 1. Holy Yajurved, chapter 29, mantra 25. At the time when the devotee society is made to do devotion arbitrarily, then Kabir Dev discloses the true spiritual knowledge. Proof 2. Holy Samved, page 359, chapter 4, part 25, verse 8. Kabir Dev, who discloses true spiritual knowledge in the world, is the most powerful. He is the destroyer of the karma. Like palace of Kal, he is the giver of all happiness. He is the one who is sacred and venerable. Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 86, Mantra 17. Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 86, Mantra 18. Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 86, Mantra 19. Rigveda Mandal 9, Sukt 86, Mantra 20. Atharved Kand 4, Anuvak 1, Mantra 7. Muslim Holy Book Quran Shareef in Surat Furqani, Ayat 25 and 52 to 59 explains that Kabir God created the whole universe in 6 days and sat on his holy throne on 7th day, which proves that God is in form human-like. In Guru Granth Sahib, page 721, Rag Tilang Mehla, part 1, whose name is mentioned, is Kabir.
If this servant of God tells you verbally, you will hardly believe that indeed Kabir is God. Now, pious souls, it will be very easy to recognize God, that who is God. Kabir is God, because whom we considered as a common man, a weaver, a poet, he had written the truth around 600 years ago in his divine words which are present in the Vedas, Puranas, Quran, Gita Ji that we have found today. So, who is God? The one who did not even read the scriptures. And if he had spoken the truth from the scriptures, then he is God. So, pious souls, God comes in all 4 eras. Our scriptures say that God does such spectacles, Leela.
चारों युग में संत पुकारे कूक को हम हेल रे हीरे माणिक मोती बरसे ये जग चुगता ढेल रे सतयुग में सत सुकृत कह टेरा त्रेता नाम मुनींदर मेरा द्वापर में करुणा में कहाया कलयुग नाम कबीर धराया.
Now when God came by the name of Sat Sukrit at that time, he descended on a lotus flower. This is their permanent spectacle, which he does in such era. God came in Satyug, became famous as Sat Sukrit. There was a childless couple, a Brahmin named Vidyadhar and his wife, called Deepika. They were quite old too, around 50-60 years. They had found God on a lotus flower in the form of an infant. This is how God always shows his spectacle of arriving in the form of an infant. So they took God home. For several days, God did not eat anything. They were very concerned. Then God himself told them to bring a virgin cow. Now a virgin cow was brought. She started giving milk. From that, God started having milk because a virgin cow is considered as a holy animal and God sends milk from Satlok to her. Pious soul, science has progressed only this much that they can send a file from one place to the other, and God also sends the material in this way from one place to another, which science would never be able to do. So the point of saying is that God used to procure milk brought from Satlok inside the virgin cow and drank that milk. The point of saying is that God shows such spectacles in every era. And the Vedas testify this, that he is God who comes in the form of an infant, and upbringing of God in the child form is done by the milk of virgin cow. Then in Treta Yug, God became famous as a sage named Munindra. Similarly, the same soul who was Vidyadhar Brahmin became a Brahmin named Vedvij in the Treta era. At that time also, they were childless, and his wife Deepika was named Surya, and she became Vedvij's wife. She was born as his wife Surya was her name. God again met them. God did not give them any child because it was not in their destiny. God deliberately did not give them children because God wanted to get them across in Dwapar era. God came and became famous by the name Karunamay. There was a Balmik. His name was Bhikhu and his wife was Godavari, and they were childless, God met them on a lotus flower in the form of an infant. Being raised by them, he was also called a Balmiki. Now we have made this race and caste ourselves. All creatures are equal for God. They are alike. He comes to meet devotees, good souls, no matter what religion, caste or creed those devotees belong to, because all are his children. There was a Brahmin named Gangeshwar, and his son was Ganesh. There was a devotee, Sudarshan of Balmik caste. He became the disciple of God. When God appeared as Karunamay, Sudarshan became his disciple. According to his spectacle, God came in the year 1398, Samvat 1455, on the full moon day of June, and today we are celebrating that auspicious day when God came here. God had descended from Satlok in the form of an infant on the holy land of India, in the holy city of Kashi, in the Leher Tara pond, which was about 4 kilometers away from the city. It exists even today. At that time, God incarnated on a lotus flower as an infant. There were weavers named Niru and Nima. Let us narrate a little history of their life. Earlier they were Brahmins. Their name was Gauri Shankar and Saraswati. They were devotees of Lord Shiva. They used to tell tales of Lord Shiva selflessly. They never used to mislead anyone. They used to live off on charity, and whatever money was left, they contributed in community kitchen. They never used to accumulate wealth. The Muslims got very upset upon knowing this. They also knew that other Brahmins and Gurus were jealous of Gauri Shankar because he was getting more famous, as he used to tell tales selflessly. Others only used to mislead people by doing black magic and other superstitions. The Muslims got worried that Gauri Shankar is propagating Hindu religion, so let's make him a Muslim. So they also knew that other Brahmins leaders are also envious of him and will not help him. So in that very life, they were both forcefully converted to Muslims. Earlier they used to live on charity, but now that too stopped. They were made Muslims and named as Niru and Nima. Gauri Shankar was renamed as Noor Ali and Saraswati as Niyamat. In short, they were called as Niru and Nima. Now, there were two problems in front of them. One was subsistence, and the second was bathing in Ganga. Muslims were not allowed to take bath on Panchganga Ghat. For this reason, Gauri Shankar and Saraswati, Niru and Nima started the work of a weaver for their sustenance, as there was no investment required in it. 3 or 4 poles are dug, the pit is formed. So in this way, the so-called parents of God started earning livelihood for themselves. Now the second problem with them was that they could not take bath in the Ganga, and daily bathing and doing their spiritual routine had become a habit for them. Even though they became Muslims, even though they had started doing namaz, but Lord Shankar's reverence was not erased from their hearts. Now they started using the lake called Leher Tara for a daily bath. In Brahma Muhurat, they used to go for bathing every day. And how was Leher Tara pond made? During the rainy days, river Ganga runs full and many a times overflows too. Through those waves from the Gau Ghat, the water used to spill over and collect into a pit, and then it takes the form of a huge pond. Lotus flowers start developing in it, and the water of the Ganga remains clean, it does not get spoiled. So Neeru and Nima used to go there for a bath every day. Full moon day of June is that auspicious day when divine God descended from his Satlok as an infant on the lotus flower in the same Leher Tara pond. His eyewitnesses was Ashtanand, sage Ashtanand, also used to go to that pond for bathing every day. There was a very thick forest around it. In the morning, in a quiet environment, he used to sit there for some time to do meditation as told by his guru. That day he was there. Ashtananji was sitting there. A ball of light came from the sky. Ashtananji saw how this bright light is coming from the sky.
आइए अब हम उन श्रद्धालुओं के अनुभव जानते हैं जो जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी से दीक्षा प्राप्त कर चुके हैं तथा उनके द्वारा बताए गए भक्ति मार्ग पर चल रहे हैं।
Hello sir.
Hello sir.
What is your name?
Balgovind Kumar.
Where did you come from?
Ramgarh from Jharkhand.
When did you take initiation from Saint Rampal Ji Maharaj?
I took refuge in Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj on 30th January 2016.
What devotional practice did you use to do before taking initiation from Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
I was a hardcore devotee of Lord Shiva, due to which I started building a big temple which the ancestors had kept half finished. Today, I left that temple after a few days, and people from all over the village started bad-mouthing about me. They started saying, "Man, you've built half the temple that was built but did not finish it." Other villagers would laugh at us. "You did not do it right. Why do you take refuge in a guru?" I said, I did not go to the guru's refuge. I have gone with truth. The truth, which is in my life and in the coming generation too. This truth will remain. And I have taken refuge in that truth, which is going to last forever.
How did you come to know about the shelter of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
My elder father's son is a devotee. He had gone to the shelter earlier. After that, he had told us for about 2 years that, "Babu, do devotion, God has come. If you do not do it now, then you don't know when you will die and your whole life will be in vain. The disease of your birth and death will remain the same and you will suffer here only." I kept refusing to accept it by saying that I'll see it later, but one day it happened that I was going to duty and about to leave for the office. Then I saw these people were going to Koderma, Jharkhand. There's an initiation center for Satsang. So I took out the bike for duty and these people left after sitting in a bolero. So once it came in my mind that no, today I should not go to duty, and went straight and said that I have to go with them in a bolero. But those people have reached halfway. Then I went behind them after riding my bike at full speed from behind. Then after 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, out of 15 kilometers, I met them. I called them and said, I will also go, take me with you. And then I went with them and took the initiation from God.
What are the benefits you got after taking initiation from Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
After taking initiation with Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, I got the benefit that this great snake had bitten me in my feet, and no one remains alive after being bitten by a great snake. But today, God has kept me alive. Today, I'm looking at the people of the world, and the people of the world are looking at me too. Many people from around the world came to my house and said, No, go and have an exorcism with the exorcist. Get him checked by a doctor. So there is one devotee who lives nearby us. One of my friends works in Rimshu, a government hospital in Jharkhand. He lives there too. I called him to ask what to do. Then he told me that there is nothing like this. The world is a witness to the one who lives in the shelter of God, in the shelter of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. Till date, nothing has happened with his devotees. It is the truth. So when he told me, I got full confidence that if there is a power in the devotion of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, then I will live or else I will not survive. Even though my mother told me to go to the doctor, go here, go there, but I have said that no, we don't have to do anything. God will do. Today I'm standing in front of you and I'm standing in front of the people of the world.
What are the other benefits you got, sir?
And sir, once my child, who is approximately 3 years old, fell down from the first floor building of the roof while the floor was cemented below, and he fell down with the force and hit his forehead. We saw him doing this, and he had pit marks full of blood on his forehead. But today my child came out unscathed. While staying under the shelter of Saint Rampal Ji Maharaj, today my child is healthy. He is studying and playing, and he is absolutely fine. And at the same time, it happened once that when I was driving the car, suddenly the rear wheel exploded, and I didn't even realize. There was a pole, and I thought that the engine will hit the pole by going straight to the car, but it happened in a way that car was going straight to the center of the pole with just 10 steps left, and the car was at 60 speed, but the car gets up straight in the left side, and the car becomes like this, and the car doesn't even had and scratch, nor nobody got hurt, and today my car is as it is. Today we are also safe, and 5 people were in my car, and there was a load of about 3 tons in the car. Today they are also healthy, everything is fine, we are also fine, nothing happened in the car, nothing happened to us. Well, the world knows that nothing happened with those who are under the shelter of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. All the devotees have also told that there is a power in the devotion of God, which can anything that no one else can do. And sir, there used to be a phantom barrier in my house. Once it happened that some exorcists came in my house and said a goat has to be slaughtered, and they were asking for donations. My father's brother said that no, we will not donate. We do not do this ghost worship. Then those people started trying to cut my father's neck, that either a goat is going to slaughter or today we will kill you. To why will you not give money that is divided into 3 parts? You will have to give your part of it. My father probably also refuses, and we also said that we are not going to give. Then they said no, today either we'll cut a goat or we'll cut you. But due to the mercy of God, we got benefits there too.
Sir, you were saying that there was a problem of phantom obstruction inside your house. Was that phantom hindrance ended?
It is absolutely fine. Today there is no phantom obstacle in my house. Today we are doing devotion on the basis of the knowledge which we have got from Saint Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, and we will do devotion and knowledge given by Saint Rampal Ji. As long as his breath remains in body, we will follow this devotion and knowledge and will attain complete salvation. This is my main goal. This knowledge given by Guruji will help us to attain salvation.
Sir, did you use any intoxicant before taking initiation from Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji?
Yes, sir, I have done. And along with intoxicants, I have also eaten meat. As I used to smoke cigarettes, but today if someone smokes cigarettes and I go in front of him, I feel like vomiting. I do not feel like going to that shop. If I have to take any biscuits and smoke comes out of that shop, it scares me and I move away and do not even take biscuits from there. I even used to eat meat by roaming in the markets, and I even had the meat from vendors who sell by going street to street. So today it seems that no one can be more despised than us. We have done many wrong things. Therefore, we want that the devotion of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji is such that in this devotion you will neither be in trouble yourself nor will you hurt others. Then in the knowledge of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, and Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji tells that this is also in his knowledge, and this is the law of the Supreme God, that when we are all children of the one God, then these animals, birds or insects, moths and humans are not separated. They are all my brothers and sisters. If we give trouble to anyone, then it is the law of the Supreme God that we also will suffer.
What other benefits did you get after taking initiation from Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
Sir, I got the benefit that the spiritual knowledge which I got today is far from the world, and I tell this thing in all the places that knowledge is paramount. Today I tell my relatives, my friends and people of my generation that come on man, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji is telling such a knowledge which is going to show true path to the world. So do devotion according to him and go yourself in the shelter of the Supreme God and take your whole family too. Tell the relative that these are the rituals of devotion according to the scriptures, and this should be done.
Sir, you live in Jharkhand and are associated with Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji. So don't you think that you could have taken initiation from any other saint? Why did you take initiation so far away from Sant Rampal Ji?
Sir, after associating with Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, we go to Delhi or Haryana or anywhere. So it's not a matter of going anywhere. First, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj resides within my heart, And if you talk about ashram, today 10 ashrams have opened in Jharkhand, and the Satsang of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji goes on. So there is nothing like this. We live together, but it is also a fact that my villagers say that you go there to get money. That's why you go to the ashram. 1 or 2 people have told me, but we have said that there is nothing like this. We go there to know about the devotional method of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji. I go there to learn knowledge, not because I get money. I do not go there because of money. Even if you have to spend money to go there, like if you have to go to a school for knowledge, then you will have to go to that school by investing money. Only then you will get knowledge.
It means money is taken in the ashram of Sant Rampal Ji for the initiation, or any other kind of fee is taken in the ashram?
Leave the food. In some other saint like Jai Gurudev or in other gurus, I have seen that they take extra money for those who sit in front, and they charge 20 rupees or 50 rupees or a quilt too in cold season. One has to pay for food. But here in Guruji's Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji's ashram, there is such a community meal for all the devotees all the time in the ashram that it seems that people keep seeing that from where the money of this community meal will come to these people. But see today, by the mercy of Guruji, Saint Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, all the devotees are getting meals, and even 1 rupee is not taken from anyone. Even 10 rupees help is given to them, but it is not taken.
What message would you like to give to devotee society?
I don't want to give a message to the devotee society, but I would like to make a humble request that the knowledge that Sant Rampal Ji is giving is a scripture-based devotion, and it is according to scriptures. I have also matched it. I have read Bhagavad Gita, and I've also matched it with Gita Tera Gyan Amrit, written by Sant Rampal Ji, and same to same has been written in both the books, but meaning is a little different. I have checked verses of Bhagavad Gita, that verse has been written here also, but if we look at its meaning, then there is a difference. Now from that meaning, I understand that the meaning of Gita is this, not that we were told earlier.
How did you know which meaning is correct?
Sir, you can differentiate with these dictionaries. Simply, if anyone is educated, then there is a dictionary like Hindi to English. In the same way, there are dictionaries for Sanskrit to Hindi translation. Then anyone who has studied class 10, they know how to do translation. Today, everyone translates English completely. In the same way, I also checked and found out that it is the right thing.
Is Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji doing the right meaning now?
Absolutely. Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj is doing the right translation now and has rightly told the world that this is the meaning. And when people understand this knowledge, people are coming from all over the world. So I also thought that it is absolutely right that 1 man can be fool, 4 people can be illiterate, but thousands and thousands cannot be fooled. I have seen here doctors also have completed MBBS. Even engineers are also under the shelter of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji. I have seen people who have completed their graduation in Sanskrit, or people who are double MA in Sanskrit are also under the shelter of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. It is okay that I am illiterate and someone is illiterate, but that person was not illiterate. Maybe you can think that Guruji has given money to 1 man to lie, but no one has given money to thousands of people. Then this is it.
People who want to join Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, how can they join?
To connect with Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji, there is channels on social media like on YouTube, on Facebook or on Twitter. After watching Satsang from anywhere or even on TV, a yellow strip runs under it. The number is given. You can call that number to know about nearest initiation center, and you'll be told the nearest center immediately. You can go there and take initiation, and you can do devotion.
Thank you very much.
Sat Sahib.
You were listening to the auspicious discourses of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. For more details, visit our website www.jagatgururampalji.org. With the blessings of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, there are more than 500 Naam Diksha centers all over the world, where free online initiation is being given. To know about your nearest Naam Diksha center, please contact 822288.